is to remind you that giving up is not an option at all. Oh boy, another week, another show. It's another Wednesday. See how time flies. It feels like just yesterday when we had MC the Saint in the studio sharing that, touching story about how he got to Sudan and got stranded, all in pursuit of his dream to become a footballer. Well, he got up, picked up the pieces, and now he's living his best life. Today, I'm coming to you with another exciting real life story. How do I summarize this? So you find a lot of fame, when one of those incidents that you don't plan to be famous, but you become famous, and it comes with a lot of money. Okay, this kind of fame came with a lot of money to a very young person. Well, he did find the fame. According to the stories he shared so far, he didn't quite get the money that came with it. And as a result, life went downhill. We saw him on social media on drugs, and it was heartbreaking every time we saw this little boy or this young boy on social media. But he's picking up the pieces. He's excited about where he's going. And we're going to share his story on the show today. Our guest today is Emmanuel Quay, better known as Strika, from the very popular movie, Beats of No Nation. Okay? You remember, it's the same movie that made Abraham Matta the world-class celebrity that he is now. But from the same movie, Strika's story went south. It was the opposite of what Abraham is living now. So many people have tried to help him. Every now and then you hear a group or individuals are reaching out to him. But what really is the story? There's been bits and pieces about the fact that he didn't quite get the life that, he deserved because he decided not to pursue education. Is that the case? And exactly what is he doing now to pick up his pieces? We'll be chatting with him. He joins us over Zoom in just a few minutes. I'm sure you've got questions for him as well. You can send that on Facebook, on 3FM 92.7, and I'll share your questions with him as well. I know today he's on set, and he's been kind enough to take a break off set and have this conversation with us. There's a quote that I found, and I think it kind of summarizes what he's going through or the phase he's at this moment. It says, although no one can go back and make a brand new start, anyone can start from now and make a brand new ending. He's starting and he's looking to make a brand new, beautiful ending. But what's the ending? What is he up to these days? We'll dig into that conversation in just a few minutes. Welcome to Unedited. My name is Miriam. Mami Adwakan on production. I've got Emmanuel on social media making sure we go live. But as always, I've got a song to play to share with you before we sink our teeth into the main conversation. This one is a Hall of Fame, the script featuring Will I Am. This is Unedited on 3FM 92.7. Every Wednesday we meet here and share live changing stories, real life changing stories, not fiction. It's not something somebody, somebody wrote somewhere and we're reading and sharing with you. This is real life stuff that we all go through. And today, like I said, we're speaking to a guest who started off as a child star. Found fame when, it wasn't even planned and could have landed a lot of money. That didn't quite go as planned. And the rest of the story is a bit bitter and sour because, he was plunged into drugs. Every now and then he will pop up on social media. People will try and reach out and, get him together. But how far has he gone? Having gone through all the phases. I think I have online the manager of Strika. Hello? Hello? Anybody here? Hello? Okay. All right, let's try. I think we have Caleb first. Hi, Caleb. Can you hear me? Caleb, can you hear me?
Hi, Miriam. I can hear you. Good evening. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. So, that's Caleb Newboy. I don't want to say our former colleague because I know you're still in the shadows. I know you're still in the shadows.
It's fine. It's fine. You're allowed to say so.
I'm allowed to say so. All right. So, Caleb Newboy, former host of Showbiz Night 27 on 3FM, and he joins us all the way from the UK. How's the weather treating you, Caleb?
It's now, I think, 0 degrees. And it's not easy. I'm just managing for now.
Well, you better. Anyways, let's go straight into, the subject, reason why you're joining us this evening. So we're chatting with Strika in just a few minutes, but the conversation about Strika bothers around your work because I know that you found him on the street and put him on social media first, right? At the time you found him, where was he? What condition was he in?
Okay, so this should be somewhere 2018. I was actually on my way to campus GI Day, and so I met this guy. He approached two ladies, asking them for when somebody's begging, the sign they do by putting their hand on their mouth. So that was what I saw him do from afar. So I had made up my mind to assist because the two ladies he approached actually ignored him.
Okay.
But when I drew closer, I said, look, I think I know this face. This should be this guy in this movie I'd watched some 3 years ago. That is Beast of No Nation. And I mentioned his name, Strika. And he looks at me and I said, so I asked him in Ghana, what are you doing here? And he said, oh, long story. So I asked him to follow me to school. So I took him to campus. I sat with him. I had a conversation with him. And he told me his side of his story. Eventually, I had a call from my former employers at the time, EIB, to bring him to GH1 because I had posted a picture of him on Facebook, and that was where everything actually began. So calls came in left, right, center. In my conversation with him, he actually told me he didn't want to go to school. He wanted to be a welder. So I recall that afternoon, George Quay was on his way to Nigeria to produce Men's Gold concert with Shatawale and Stoneboy and the rest. George actually called me and he was ready to offer Strika an admission at ATTC so he would enroll because of his love for welding.
Right.
But he insisted that, he didn't want to go to school. He wanted to be a welder. So that couldn't materialize. Eventually, his manager at the time, that is Mauko Kwaji, who is CEO of MK Castain, actually reached out. He came for him at GH1. And then on and on, we managed to get him in a very good state. But after a few weeks, I saw him back again
on the street. Yeah.
And it's been on and on. In fact, after that time, every year, I get stories of Strika. In fact, anytime people see him on the street, they send me photos, they send me videos of him and all. But, I think that that is what one could do. I tried to.
So, as part of his story, I've seen bits and pieces of, in his opinion, why life had turned out the way it had for him, right? And he makes reference to the fact that the certain payments that were due him, he didn't receive. At the last check on him, was that still the case, that he had not received any payment at all from his role in Beats of No Nation?
No. So, what was given him, in fact, that was what was used to even enroll him to a Montessori school in Cape Coast.
Right.
And it was not just him, it was him, Abraham Atta, and one other cast of that same film.
Right.
Fortunately for Abraham's parents managed to pull strings here and there, and they got him abroad.
Right.
But the other guy with him and Striker, the other guy actually graduated from the school. But Striker didn't. Whilst in school, after a week or two, he will move to Accra. And he will be seen, they will try and lure him back to school. So it was more like he wanted to be on the streets. Now, talked of the money, it was used as upkeep for him. Last I checked, he was supposed to be given, I think, between 30,000 Ghana cedis, of which my former colleague then to Miss G managed to work on that story to get that money for him and his family.
Okay.
It was his family who actually followed up with a story to get that money for him.
Okay, Caleb, let me hold your thought for a minute, and pardon my rude interruption, because I've got Striker on. We've been trying to connect with him for a while now, and I see he's on there. Striker, can you hear me?
Yes, please.
How are you doing today? Good evening. So nice to have you on the show. You look really good. How's your day been today?
I'm doing good. What about you?
I'm wonderful. Which part of town are you in? Are you in Accra, or you are in somewhere in another region?
Please, I'm in Kumasi, please.
Oh, you're in Kumasi at the moment. What are you doing there?
Yes, I'm just shooting a movie with Dr. Likey.
Oh, wow. So your dream to becoming popular is one you're not giving up on, I suppose.
For real, yeah.
How did you make contact with Likey?
Through one of my brothers.
It was through one of your brothers, okay.
Yeah, it created the handle for me, and I got
you got contact with.
I got in contact with Gunshot.
Okay.
And Gunshot linked me to Dr. Likey.
Fantastic. So I know that we have seen you on and off on social media, not exactly in the best shape. You currently look really good, and I'm very happy to see you in this condition. Yeah, I can see you're smiling now. You have a beautiful smile. Are you in rehab at the moment, or you've been cleared?
Yeah, I've been cleared.
Okay. How long were you in rehab for?
For like 2 months.
For 2 months. So at the moment, you are not on any form of hard drugs, right?
Yes, please.
Let me ask you, what is your motivation to want to get your life together? What is that thing that motivates you to make sure that you stay on track and get your life together?
Can you come again?
I'm asking, what motivates you to want to become an actor and get your life together, not to go back to drugs again?
He said, what's really motivating you? Like, at the end, I showed them, I said, you're not going back to the drugs now. So I said, I already say, I want to make something for your life. But I said,
one of a friend of me was like, oh, okay, Strike. So if it's so, then we have to.
You can speak tree. It's okay. It's okay. You can speak tree. I'll interpret for you. No problem. Maninke tree. Me chechimu. Striker, go ahead. Feel free.
Unsa kwetse obi madam for no. And a mom like a mommy for me na Sunday na me na like a free minister for moving. But now for encouraging me say no Striker. Who are the papa be who future? And yes sir who is still future. Until me when say no, I know catch me say when increase some group near say be there be far na catch say okay. Your creative group man say group no Charlie. You was 3 days no you now almost like 2,000K. And I'm going to say, hey, and it's like, oh, superstar. I'm say, I don't catch him say, okay. And it's the best, I will continue with short videos. And then my motivation is, no, still, no, give me my then. Let's make shooting movies still.
Fantastic. Now, Sisiano, we are young person. Nyawo yes, Sisiano, a mouse canka cranka. How are you living?
Oh, yeah, I'm living good. It's good. Yeah, I'm living good.
What do you spend your money on currently? So what do you spend money on?
No, I like saving money.
Okay. So you like to save money?
Yeah.
And not spend on other things. What will share with future it's a saying like in 3 years to come or in some years to come? Saying a striker bet Daniel.
Maybe I'll be a big man, you know. I'll be a big man. And I'm not giving up in life, you know. So I have the dream that so I can do what I can continue.
That's fantastic.
And I believe in tomorrow and the future.
Awesome. When you look back at some of the videos that were old videos, nibi wo hanumana, of course a hard drink. Ayana Eto saying, how do you feel about it?
You know, sometimes I feel bad, but you know, it's part of it. It's part of our work, and you know, so I think I have to take it personal for myself, you know. So it is cool.
We're boosting for unyomu in terms to saying I'm supportive, baby. Niawu yes is here no more support your parents, your siblings.
Some of them support, but some of them doesn't support. But you know, me, I don't care about them because they were not the one that grew me, you know. So anything goes, whether they like it or not.
Have you lost some friends? Have you lost some friends because of your journey?
More because I've lost more friends like Abraham. You know, I lost Abraham, I lost Preacher, I lost Idris Oba. You know, all of them, I miss them so much.
When you say you lost Abraham, is that to say that he cut contact with you because of, know, your incidents? I mean, what, drugs was doing to you or your habits back then?
Yeah, because of the place I am. Those times, so I don't hear from them. I don't hear from anyone.
Okay, so what was meaning that when you try to reach out to them when you were in, the previous states, don't file call and that's the thing.
Yeah.
Right. Let me ask you. Some time ago you said at the time and now one more encourage you to go to school. No, that school so you didn't want to pursue education. Do you feel if Abia back then also saw why Jane said what the school back Abia and things would have turned out a bit different than they have?
Oh yeah. But you know that time the stubbornness is too much, so I was like, oh, okay, if they are taking me to school and running about me do even say no, Charlie Sana wow.
And in that school now own corner and stubbornness no ho. I mean, was it because now Oscar now to me do to drugs, to me at the fund lifestyle no, and you just love to be on the street.
Yeah, you know, because of the place I grew from.
Mm-hmm.
That's why.
You grew in a place where streetism was normal, and I said, okay. Nancy, that all that time, now how were you funding with lifestyle? Because drugs are not cheap either, right? So how were you funding all of that?
You know, it's difficult, but so we'll manage it.
Mame backtrack kakra. In your past interviews, no, when conversations about whether you received, your payment for your role in Beasts of No Nation, and that explanation in here yet too clear. To set the record straight, were you paid for your role in Beast of No Nation, and how much were you paid for it?
Beast of No Nation gave me $30,000 US, but later on they came to give me 3,000 Ghana cedi.
Beast of No Nation paid you $30,000 US.
Yes, please.
But you only received $3,000.
3,000 Ghana cedis.
3,000 Ghana cedis.
Yes, please.
How do you know this? How do you prove this?
You guys are online, but you guys know everything about it already.
So you feel that your handlers at that time squandered your money and gave you just 3,000?
Something like that, but I don't blame them. I blame myself, and I blame them some a bit,
When you say you blame yourself, what do you mean? Why do you blame yourself?
And because that time I'm a kid and I don't know anything. And if I have been there that time like the way I am right now, I could control my money and all those kind of things. But at that time, I'm a kid, so the money went to a lot of places before it gets to me.
For people who are younger and admire you for your role in Beast of No Nation, young ones or more basono, and then what advice will you give to young boys who are coming up?
What I'll say is they should be obedient and respect the grown-ups. It's not easy in life because I've passed through many things before I came to even shoot Beast of No Nation, and they should be humble and obedient and obiasia and yes oyeden and yes orashi usho obiasi e was oyeden obre unhu asi e mani pakoni yeden e gru mi uyi ntomo mo ba na me futo ametu mo ni se unnim na kokoshe obiasi men ko pre men ko yegidi se ni pa na ase yes boko kono se achitide nantie na ubeyeden ubedru ti we dey meet maka chen ko me kwala no muso mo ban say chale mo ya hwe because industry enye easy because me almost 10 years ni I'm shooting movie ti omo nya hwe yi me dey meet maka tro mo anu no
Uriye Beast of No Nation unya other roles for other movies and that was the only movie you featured in.
I featured in Azali. And I was in Django Justice at that time, I think 2015 or so, yeah.
Now, acting, no, idea, no, what did I say after your feature in Beast of No Nation, and you decided to say you pursue it. Idea, no, what did that?
After that, I featured in Beast of No Nation. Then I started like, okay, I can do it, so I continue my job.
Interesting. Let me ask, at the moment, a movie now shooting and I said you're shooting skits.
I was shooting a skit.
Okay. And what's the plan? You're going to be doing skits or you're also going to be doing movies?
Yeah, I'm going to do both.
Oh, okay. Nice one. Who if you're to name your top 3 best actors and actresses in this country, who will you name as your top 3?
For me like this, I don't have a top 3. I love everyone. I love everyone in Ghana,
But I'm sure there are some that you watch on TV and say, oh wow, I would love to act like this, or maybe do the scene that this guy did, this actor did, or this actress did? Hi, Striker.
And I think that one is me. You know.
You admire yourself and nobody else. You don't have any favorite actors or actresses.
No, I don't.
I see.
I'm striker.
You're Striker.
And I want to be a striker, yeah.
I also know that at some point.
So I don't learn from anyone, you know.
You don't want to learn from anybody.
Nah, I don't want to learn from anyone.
Wow. Okay. I know at a point also you had interest in learning how to weld, do welding job. Do you still have that interest, and did you pursue it in any way?
Oh yeah, I still have that interest, but
is it something you still want to pursue? Like when you make enough money, you want to start maybe a workshop and have boys who are doing that business for you?
I think something like that, but
if
that's it's part what you are saying is part of my plans.
It's part of your plans.
Yes, please.
Super. If you ever get the chance again to speak to Abraham, right? What one question will you ask him?
Abraham.
Yes.
What I would just say is I just miss Baby. I miss Abraham very well. Because I remember sometimes in sets and all those kind of things. It made me miss him a lot.
Has any of the production team from Beast of No Nation ever been in touch with you again?
No, please.
Okay, they've completely cut you out.
Yes, please.
Okay, we've got to be wrapping up. What would be your final words?
My final words is gonna be a thank you. A big thank you goes to all my fans out there, and a big thank you goes to Dr. Likey, Gunshot, all the crew, Dabo, and all those kind of crew, all the Kumasi boys. I love you guys so, because I came to Kumasi, they encouraged me more that I can do it. Everybody told me I can do it. Everybody's telling me I can do it. And then I love everybody. I love them so very well.
Nice one. Well, before you go, when you are in Accra, right? I understand you go to the Ogu Road pork joint very often. You and some boys. Is it true?
Yeah, I live there.
Oh, okay. When you guys go there, aside going to buy pork, what else do you get up to?
You said?
I'm saying that when you go to the joint, right, the Ogu Road pork joint, aside going to buy pork, what else do you guys get up to? Do you boys get up to there?
Sometimes they play ball in that school, that North school there. So more times we go there to watch football and all this kind of stuff.
Mm. Do you remember Caleb Neboy?
Yeah, I remember Caleb. Yeah, GH1.
Okay, I think he's still on. I'm sure he would love to say hi. Caleb, are you still there?
Yeah, Miriam, I'm here.
I'm sure.
Hi.
Tiger, Toyota. Hey, bo agari
We are not there, boy.
Wait, tell me there. Be me yeni. Be bo.
Naka, no chodrumo.
Te mena yote. Kote yote.
Onu mo fa na yo dugba
Good. Iwo ona kesi wo yue an pa ko heni ni e ba she. O fa ina heni agbeno ko ya wo no e wo tui.
Mo fa na yo.
Onu mi sisi. Ole je ole tole ne eto mi ke kote yo yi.
Oh, no more anu kwali.
Ole meetings abo ni wo fe yo yi.
Anu kwali.
Mo tui wa. Iwo fa ina ye shiba mi. He no ya she. Now we will tree. No more me. All on the boyo.
Caleb, you're sounding like his father. You know him very well, huh? I'm sure you know his family and all of that. Does the family support his journey now? I mean, where he's going?
I'm actually happy for him. When I saw the video of him and Likey, I was actually happy because I knew maybe finally something good is actually coming, because we had lots of meetings with him and his people. There were people who came forward with scripts that they wanted him to star in their films. Some came, we met, they didn't come back. Others were also making phone calls here and there. So it's been a tall journey. Most of these things we don't even share them on social media for people to know. But behind closed doors, we were having a lot of interactions all the time. And there are times we have to take care of, feeding and all that. But it got to a time I felt that, look, we've done enough. Man should be able to man up and take some hard decisions on him themselves. So if today somebody have actually seen him and want to support him through it, I'm happy for him. I wish to see him in about 3-4 months' time and not looking what he's looking now, because there are other stuff that I wouldn't want to share on radio about Strika. There are other medical stuff behind closed doors. I think if we meet in person, some of these things I could share. But I'm happy with him where he is now, and I'm expecting him to be not as big as Abraham. Well, maybe if all things being equal and he's able to get it, that's fine.
Is he a promising movie actor?
If what we saw in the Beast of No Nation is anything to go by, I think he is. I watched one other film he did. I think he was a schoolboy, and the signs are there. He only needs to be.
That's the Django Justice.
Yeah. It's there. We all need guidance. We need that one person or people who could guide us to what we're doing. And I'm sure with Likey will give him that room to express himself whilst acting, and eventually it would work. And I want to believe that after Likey, movie producers in Accra, around the continent, will reach out to him that they want to work with him. Whilst they do that, he as a talent should know that he needs to get himself back on track. If it's cool to undertake some courses, because you just can't ride on your talent. At a point, talent will need something to back it up. And I still believe that you still need to sit in the classroom for some time, at least, to pick up some few lessons as he intends to come back on the screens.
On the back of that, Strika, do you intend to go back to school? Because you have said earlier that you regret not taking the advice that was shared with you earlier. Do you intend to go back to school?
Yes, please, if I get.
Okay. And if you go back to school, what would you pursue? What would you study?
In school those time I was a creative arts student.
Okay. So you want to go back to that?
Yes, please.
All right. Strika, thank you so much. Caleb, thank you so much as well for joining us. Like Caleb said, we look forward to seeing you in the coming months looking even better. And whatever health condition that you're battling, I do pray that you get better and get on your feet and become the star that you want to become.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, so there you have it. Strika's looking good, isn't he? Yes, he is. He's on his path to doing great things, and we can only, envisage that in the coming months and in the coming years, he will look better than we even see him. But you see, there's something I take from Strika. We've seen him several times, go through the season. Sometimes he's on social media looking his worst. But this boy doesn't give up. No, he doesn't give up, because it doesn't matter what condition or state you find him in. The next moment you see him trying to pick his life and pick the pieces together, and I think it's lessons for all of us. We will have challenges. We won't look our very best every time. Yours may not be, your social media videos all over, because you're on drugs or whatever. But we have things that we battle, things that want to press us down and, makes us feel like we can't just go and pick up the pieces and go on. But look at this fella right here. He picks up the pieces. He knows the public humiliation that his videos stir up, but he's not giving up. He wants to become that star or that person that he's desired to always be. What about you? What is your dream? What is that thing that you've always wanted to do? Have you faced public ridicule? Is it enough to stop you from pursuing your dreams? No, it's not. So pick up your pieces. Pick up that pieces and get up. Don't stay there. Get up, get yourself together. Get people who can help you if there are. And get it done. Become that person that you want to be. You have no excuse at all. No excuse at all. Well, I want to say a big thank you to Mami Ajwa Khan on production. I want to say a big thank you to Emmanuel on social media as well. And we got support from Strika of Beast tonight to make sure that we get a seamless Zoom connection. My name is Miriam. I'm back on your dial next week, Wednesday, bringing you an equally exciting, true life-changing stories. All right? I'll bring this one back again because, he will one day get on the Hall of Fame. Yeah, hi, Strike. I see you over there. Yes, vim. Bringing this one back to remind you not to give up. You can be anything you want to be. But what I want to do now is to be gone and go and have some rest. I'm out.